Hello and thanks for tuning in again today. My name is Mark. I am the man with the squeaky chair, and today I bring forth to you a brand new game. Well, actually, it's not quite brand new. It's been out for just a little bit, but it's still in beta. This got put on available for early access earlier on last week, and I picked it up, and I wanted to take the chance to show you guys a little bit of Forge Quest. If you are a big fan of Cube World, this game is a lot like that. So it's voxel based, where they take little boxes and then place it instead of sprites. Back in the games of old, when I was young, and probably your age. Yeah. Okay. So let's start off with the story, because unlike Cube World, this one kind of has an overarching story that's actually really funny, and the game's got a little homage to a lot of different things. And including Cube World, actually. And now we start off with our story. The land of Schmoop has endured for thousands of years. Though the ebb and flow of life, villains enslaved whole kingdoms, razed towns to the ground, heroes brave and valiant defeated those evil or just misunderstood villains, freeing the citizens from the tyrannical clutches of kingdoms. Were reforged towns rebuilt, a new villain began to plot and scheme. After centuries of this constant cycle of destruction and rebuilding, the economy of the entire continent began to depend on this never-ending ebb and flow to provide jobs for its many inhabitants. Blacksmiths were needed to create weapons and armor. Masons were needed to rebuild castles from their rubble, carpenters to rebuild towns. Wise sages could pass advice to young adventurers, or even henchmen were always in need. However, nearly 2,000 years ago, the heroes began to gain the upper hand, and villains were defeated by the dozens. Even empires were toppled and peace was brought to all the kingdom. This ruined the economy. Prison makers were practically out of business. Torturers had no one to torture. Seers had nothing to see. Chroniclers had nothing to chronicle. Chronicle? There you go. The entire funeral industry was suffering from the tragic slump of long life expectancy. Wizards, always eager to use their good fire burst spells, ended up torturing villagers after getting too bored of the damn blissful peace that engulfed the land like a plague. Yeah, this doesn't sound right. And was shortly dealt with by heroes eager for work afterwards. And to top it all else, the invasion of the pest known as the chicken began to infest the land. It didn't take long before the feathery creatures spread far and wide. After a century of most peasants couldn't throw a brick without hitting one of the little blighters. Oh, little blighters. And so for the sake of the livelihood of the entire world, which is really just one continent, the small island chained off to the west served drinks and coconut shells with tiny paper umbrellas. The leaders of the world, including all the kings, emperors, presidents, and despots, agreed to regulate adventurers. Both heroes and villains would have to adhere to strict codes, regulations to keep one from completely destroying the other. 1,000 years ago, 1,037 and a half years ago, if you want to get technical, and we do, the Heroes Education and Regulation Ordinance, or HERO, was assigned into effect. Thanks to this, the balance of power between the heroes and villains was kept in check, and the jobs flourished, so the land began to pull itself out of the deepest depression it has ever known, in the bright and glorious shining new age, an age of bureaucracy, also known as the age of the stapler. I hope it's a red Swingline stapler. Could you got my stapler, please? No one has figured out what to do about all the chickens, though. Someone want to call them the Colonel? You closed your history book having spent your entire trip here daydreaming again. It was a good thing your parents were dropping you off and didn't have to make their own. You didn't have to, and you didn't have to make it on your own. You most likely would have walked into every tree along the way. Oh, that's very nice of my parents. Today is the day you finally get a hero training license. With nothing but a bagged lunch, 50 gold pieces, and a heart full of dreams, you arrive at the Hero Bureau. Butterflies settle around in your stomach, which is... Oh, this was it. Your time is now. The doors open and you take your first steps inside. The first steps towards a future of adventure and glory. And as I go inside, I can see that my first steps towards adventure and glory are met by a line. Owls think they're so smart with their books and their little hats. I think they're not much better than the chickens, if you ask me. Chickens with swivelly heads. What do you have to say? Whereas if you read the hero guidebook, you'll go mad. I read 10 pages before the walls started spinning and the pages told me to do horrible things. I don't even know what that clothing is, but it sounds like terrible. Talon hawk feather. These lines are awful, and that paperwork is worse, but at least the system works, I guess. Okay. Gah, I've been here for hours, and what numbers do you have, kid? I've been here all morning, and I'm number 1004. Alright. 2,437. Let's go talk to the owl. Who's next? Don't come to the counter unless you... I don't know, 476? Okay. There's a dead body on the floor. Put a glass of water. The water cooler appears to be empty and broken. Oh, that was helpful. Here lies a dislocated husk of a man. His clothes are old and moth-eaten. He looks like he had died of a combination of sheer soul-crushing bureaucracy and dehydration, because water cooler's broken. Body is covered. Even the spiders look bored. Clutched to his chest is a crumpled pile of forms. In one hand he holds the battered diary, in which he holds an old ticket stub yellow with age. I'll take the ticket. You delicately pull the ancient ticket stub from the grasp of the skeletal fingers. It crumbles a bit when you touch it. The faded ink reads 476. It hath been a pleasure to serve thee. Oh, I'm sorry. I seem to have caught a little bit of a cold over our holiday season. Which, by the way, I'm thankful for all of you. Because without you, I would be nothing. So I'm thankful for you guys. And I'm thankful for video games. Alright. Let's go talk to that owl again. Oh, whoo! I see him. I see you're next. I'm glad you came up to the counter. I was about to skip your number. So you want to get your hero training license. I see you've got to fill out you've got all the right forms filled out. I'm going to have to ask you a few questions and list off a multiple form to provide answers form if it provides multiple choice. Okay, blah. Question 1. What is your name, alias? If your name is not utterable by mortal tongues, please fill out the form number 178 of an internal name registration or interdimensional name registration. All right, so squeaky chair, it is uttered by mortals. Boop. Whoa, really common name these days. Oh well, I guess we all can have to be named something interesting. No one's named Squeaky Chair. No one but me. You lie. I've Googled it. I'm the only squeaky chair around. Question 2. What is your gender? Male, female, undecided, or elf? I'll be elf. Question 3. What is your alignment? Lawful good, chaotic lazy, evil curious, or potato? I wonder if this has anything to play out with. I will say potato. Of course that. Everyone chooses potato. Question 4. Now for the final question. Do you have an arch nemesis / rival? No. That's fine. Not all the heroes of trading start out with a rival, so we provide one for you. Oh, thank goodness. Because we all know my alignment of potato gets really dangerous. You will find your arch nemesis around the town. Rivals are, of course, encouraged to meet up before they begin their training and try to cement their hatred for one another, as well talk smack about each other. Fantastic. Solomon shuffles around, forms with the wings for a moment, and picks out a large stamp with his beak. And in a fury of blows, you see each of the form soon covered in a barrage of red ink. Looks like your paperwork's all in order here. Here's your hero training license. Go talk with Captain Pepper. Shouldn't that be Sergeant Pepper? In the town square just outside. Next, now serving 477. Who has 477? Alright, standard attacks. Oh, I will happy slash you. Oh no. And out the door we go. Starting our life with adventure. One thing I could tell it's happened since last time I played this game, because I did kind of test it out to see if things would work, because when you have an old computer like mine, you kind of have to do that, is that it's running a little bit smoother today than it was in the past. Like, I could tell there's been an update. They obviously fixed some importance issues, so... Portals you use for quick travel to the world, connecting portal and come around, blah, blah, can be used, blah, blah, blah. Captain Pepper! I'm glad you got promoted from Sergeant. You must have gotten your hero training license. Well, good luck to you, son. There's some things you ought to know before you get started on your adventure. You should check out the shops around town. Blacksmiths make the best weapons, armors on the side of the blah, 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 up on this side of the forest of unpleasant smells. Ugh. Pep shop owner is a little reclusive, but she knows her animals. Go see her if you want a companion with you for your journeying. The witch in the magic shop is 8 kinds of crazy. But she knows her magic. Stop by there if you want to find, if you're finger twiddling type. I'm more of a sword-board man myself. Be sure to talk to the folks around town if you want to hear any of the local gossip. Most of them are damn loons, but now they have some value. But now and then they have some valuable advice. Oh, be safe out there and tell the two hosts by the gate that you gave you permission to leave once you speak to your rival. Well, right here is Gypsy's brew. And this poor sap that's caught in between these trees is in turn actually my rival. Okay, psh. Look who finally decided to show up. Let's get this started, shall we? Let me introduce myself. I'm Terry Cloak. Remember the name because I'm always going to be one step ahead of you. I see that you are intimidated by my good looks and mad skills. I don't feel bad. Not everyone could be as awesome and suave as me. Talking about my mad skills, I should be off to the Earth Dungeon and flex some muscle. See you there, dorks. And that's my rival, allowing me to go free. Now, I know that everything in the town is way more expensive than 50 gold, so I have to go out and find more gold. And I have to find the Earth Dungeon. Which in turn I will also find my rival, Terry. Now, this is kind of like your standard RPG. Unlike Cube World, this does support some control, which is why I'm using the controller right now. Controls aren't that bad. Mouse and keyboard is a little bit more superior than controller. But when I use my keyboard with my brand new special mic, really picks up the keyboard clicks, and it really kind of makes it annoying for you guys. So I opted not to do that. But here we go. Let's go in town and let's go kill some stuff. Well, here we are in town. Uh-oh. And I'm hacking. Oh, look at that. Gained 3 gold already. Look at that. I'm up to 62 gold already. Oh. Alright. The slime's kicking my butt. Alright, I noticed that they don't have all the pictures for everything yet, but like I said, this game is in beta. Now I got bees. Bumbly bees. That want to hurt me. This is not going to end well for me. Like I said, they must have really picked up some performance issues because this game is running so much smoother now. Look at that. I almost doubled my gold already. And I got a healing potion. Can I cut up any more bushes? Nope. I'll save that guy for later. A chicken! And yes, you can wield chickens as weapons, believe it or not. And chickens are everywhere. Right. Let me demonstrate to you how deadly a chicken can be. Aha! Okay, so that chicken wasn't all that deadly. And to the next area. Unlike Cube World, where it's a huge, big, sprawling land that goes out way before you, this one tends to be a little bit more one section at a time, which I think does wonders for the performance. Because I know Cube World can get kind of weird where I'm waiting for like the rest of the land to load. This one's kind of like just right here for everyone to see. I kind of want to get a little further in before I stop the record. Hark! 3 slimes! Die, die, die. Oh, that's a level 3 jelly. Oh! Ooh, I almost gained a level though. Tell you what, I'll pop a potion. I'll pop a potion. I will kill jellies, no problem. And there you go, now I doubled my gold. There we go, I'm practically all healed. Now I'm all healed. Let's go take on these bumblebees. Bumblebees! You're nothing, bumblebee, you're nothing to me! Give me your Honey Nut Cheerios! I am now level 2. And I got some other boots. Now you can customize your UI for your controller, like I definitely did that for mine. Because it just felt better with the controller to use the triggers to attack and block and things like that. So like here's your block, here's my evade, and we're going to show you some cool little super little powers that I can get. Bloop. I'm going to bring up my this. Let's go to my inventory. Leather boots. We're going to equip them. Equip. Oh, a magic sword. Oh, wow, I got a magic sword. I want to equip it. I am now equipped with a magic sword. Oh, awesome. Nope, nope, nope. That's what I wanted to do. Now I want to go here to my class. And this is where I choose my class. I myself in real life actually have no class, but this is where I choose one for my character. Some of these are locked because I think you need to get, like, you go further along and then you get to unlock it all. So I will start out as a rogue. I would like to be a gadgeteer. That sounds kind of fun. I'll go rogue. I don't get that, but I can get this. A dagger volley. Purchased it. Skill. That is my first skill. So now, whenever I do this, I whip out a volley of daggers, thus proving I'm deadly. Haha! I really can't wait this cutscene. I want to see how cool my magic sword is. Oh yeah, that's right. Those slimes are no match from now because I got a magic sword. And this, I assume, is the Earth Dungeon, which I'll take care of right after I take care of this bee. Oh yeah. Cut him up. Ooh, found a portal. Oh, good. Let's go talk to my rival. Oh, it's you. I'm surprised you made it this far. I didn't mean to brag, but I already had lurically slain 10 Doom Jellies, and 5 of them count on Dumblebees. That's right. I'm a pretty big deal. You should probably get some more practical swinging that little broken sword of yours around the nice safe metal before you head down into the dungeon. I'll even leave a few monsters alive just to make things interesting for you. This won't be the last time you see me, Zerk butt. I just like the voice I use for Terry. Well, anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in again today. My name is Mark. I am the man with the squeaky chair, and I will see you guys again next time. Squeaky chair out.